Good evening, good evening, good evening. Hola. Welcome to RJH live stream. Friday, 9th of July, 2021. So welcome, everybody. And yeah, apologies for not being online for the last couple of weeks. It has been super busy. And yeah, the weather's been very hot. It's been super busy. Lots of people wanting to get on two wheels, so limited time, I'm afraid. But we are back. And we are back for the Laminated top tips on motorbike gear. So tonight's live stream, for those that are with us, is all about motorbike clothing top tips. So see how we go. So first of all then, welcome everybody. Yeah, RJH's live stream, Friday, 9th of July, 2021. What a lovely day. And a few welcomes to past, present and future trainees. And congratulations to all of those that have joined us in the last couple of weeks. Starting their journey onto two wheels, taster sessions, CBTs, and even full licenses, A1s, A2s, category A's. A lot of module 1 test passes and a lot of module 2 test passes. So well done, everybody. It is a big achievement, and we at RJH are very proud. Couple of additional congratulations this week, because I've sent off 2 new instructor badges for Scott and Debs, who are just starting their journey into the world of motorbike instructing. And they signed up on our instructor training course just outside of lockdown 3. We did a 2-week instructor training course. I've actually done a couple of instructor training courses since lockdown 3, so they've come through that school successfully. So they will be teaching with us over the next couple of weeks. So exciting times ahead. So big congratulations to not only our trainees coming through, but also some of the new instructors coming through. So join me in welcoming them. So that's that. Also, I suppose, what can we say? A big congratulations to Gareth Southgate. I suppose that's got to be mentioned. Gareth Southgate is mentoring the England team to what could be a first since 1966, is it? So I'm sure you will all join me in congratulating Gareth and wishing Team England football all the best for Sunday. I'm sure, like me, you will be trying to cheer them on. So that's the welcomes. Also, I suppose, please, everybody that's watching, do not forget to like this live stream. Do please comment away. That interaction does help the algorithms of YouTube. It does aid us, encourage us to make more live streams. And most important as well is please subscribe to the YouTube channel. No, 2 weeks ago we announced we just topped the 8,000. So in 2 weeks we're on to about 8,100. So we're averaging about 50, 60 subscribers a week, which is really encouraging. It makes me want to make more videos. So that's all of that out the way. So who have we got on tonight? Darren, good evening, Darren. Dave, good evening, Dave. There's a few good evenings. Yes, it is coming home. So that is what we want. It is coming home. So yeah, tonight's live stream, nothing too stressful, and it was really just something that a few of my trainees have mentioned, and that is about clothing, what clothing they should be buying and investing in. And, you know, we do discuss quite, we broadly discuss clothing and the benefits of during the CBTs. But I thought I'd just put something out on a live stream, and it's just a reference point that people can come back to. So that's the idea behind it. So tonight's live stream, just an open and honest discussion based on motorbike clothing, and I suppose who's going to benefit from this video are all the newbies coming through. The newbies that pick the channel up, the newbies that watch the live stream will benefit from this in some way. And so a lot of the audience, some of you that are watching tonight, are experienced bikers. Yeah, you might be on CBTs, you might not. You might be full license, but you're more experienced bikers. So you've got some experience there. Please do comment away. Pass on your knowledge, because we've all got different skill experiences on bikes that the audience can pick up from. So really, motorbike clothing aimed at all the newbies. And, you know, so if we start with, you know, lids, helmets, you got then, we'll go on to jackets and trousers, gloves and boots, and then if you like any accessories, but we'll sort of go down that route and see how it goes. So comment away, peeps. Comment away. Let's see what we've all got. It's coming home, it's coming home, it's coming. Football's coming home. You can join in if you want, everybody. Although I won't be able to hear you. Let's see what we've got then. So everybody enjoying the English weather. It's certainly been warm. And today I've had 4 tests. I've been over to St Helens on tests this morning, and then back over to Darwin on tests this afternoon. And I had a cup of coffee this morning, and with my Weetabix, put the telly on. The news came on, and it said it was going to be showers all day, so I put all my Gore-Tex on. And it was a bloody lovely day, so I was roasting all day. So yeah, the weather, eh? I don't know. Right, so yeah, good evening then. Yeah, Dave. Good evening, Darren. Gandhi. Good evening. So I've got I've got another computer on the side. Chris Lynch. There's a new name. Good evening, Chris. Chris Lynch. Where are you from, Chris? Very timely. Got my CBT DAS in a month. Rob, got your CBT DAS in a month. Good man. No experience, but need all the gear as schools are not currently lending due to COVID. Yeah. So some schools are, some schools aren't. Yeah. So listen in, contribute away, and yeah, hopefully at the end of this, you'll have a bit of a better idea of what you're after. Adam, there's another Adam. Finally managed to book my DAS just past my CBT a couple of weeks ago after finally convincing my parents to let me go do it. Fantastic to hear. Good man. Chris Lynch, Mexican. Yeah, Darren S. Best piece of advice I got on helmets was, how much is your head worth? And that says it all, Darren. Yeah, that does say it all. Chris Lynch is in Chadderton, just up the road. Advice on plus size. Well, to be honest with you, I mean, I'm sure most of us are the same, but on motorbike gear, I tend to go up a size anyway. So, you know, one size at least, because I don't want it all tight. And when I'm getting on and off the bike, and I want to be comfortable. So I personally always go a size bigger than what I normally would go for. But yeah, so we can certainly point you in the right direction for places that will specialize or be able to cater for men's sizes and not only boys sizes. How's that? That's a nice way of. Chris Lynch is from Chadderton and he's having a Mexican pizza. Got it now. Yeah, you see, I've had a long day. I've had a long week. Although I'm off Saturday and Sunday. So I'm off now for 2 days. And the bike's in the garage. I'm not touching the bike at all. So might be going away for a day or two. See what the plan is. Nothing planned, but we're just quite impulsive. So might disappear and have an overnight stay somewhere local-ish. But just get out of the normal. Good news about Spain as well, isn't it? So Spain have changed their quarantine ruling as well. So that's a good one. So looking at a month in Spain, driving down in September, I think possibly a month. That's the plan. Because if you've had your double jabs, which I have, most of the family, most of our household have had two double jabs, so that is good. Anyway, so yeah, Darren S. Can always buy one size up, but also read reviews first in case they're already a tight fit and you need to go up 2 sizes. Good, yeah. Reviews online are very good. This is the sort of contents we need, Darren, please, because you know, there is so much experience in you guys that are on the channel, and you can pass that experience on. We do like that experience for all those newbies watching. So yeah, welcome again, everybody. Yeah, Friday night. I do apologize. 2 weeks, last one. Has been just so busy, and just been brain's just been frazzled. So, but when you get home, it's just need to get the sleep, because I've had a few 9-hour shifts as well, 3 hours, and it just zaps you in this heat. It just zaps you. Limited days off. So, and last Friday I did sort of cancel at quite late notice, but I just wasn't in the headspace to do a live feed. So I ended up just chilling out and cutting the grass. But anyway, yeah, 2 weeks. I've uploaded 1 or 2 videos since then. I think we've got a video of Scott. You can see Scott, our newbie instructor, aka Small Weller. So for any of you Paul Weller fans, you might have seen him. He does, and he has travelled up and down the country, around Europe, I think, in his band. He's the lead singer of a group, and he is Scott, and aka Small Weller. So have a look at him on our one of our latest videos. You see, so you might get him on your CBT. We will see. So that's good, and that's why really absent the last couple of weeks. So today I thought, yeah, 2 weeks, let's get this one box ticked, because I've been thinking about this one for probably a month or 2, and there we are. Here we are, and you have it. Yeah, so Rob, yeah, as a newbie, it's very hard to know what type of gear is suitable for what weather conditions and riding speeds, etc. Perhaps something experienced riders may take for granted. Yeah, but we've all been where you are, Rob. That's the thing. And I do think you can listen to people. It's a bit like buying a bike. You know, you can listen to people and so forth, but you learn from your own mistakes. But, you know, there is a lot of advice on here, and it can save you a bit of time and money. But ultimately, you know, you've got to go and buy what you can afford, you know, budget and stuff like that. And, you know, have fun doing so. It's not like going for a weekly shopping. It's not like when your missus drags you around Tesco's on a Friday afternoon to do weekly shopping and think, oh, I just want to get home. It's completely different. Bike gear is completely different. You love trying it on and talking to people about it. It is a nice product to be buying, and it's a nice product to be wearing. But going through this talk tonight, we will come up with some top tips for you. So do stay tuned. I suppose also as well, we peaked early on the live stream. What was it, about 13 or 14 weeks of live streams, and we peaked, I think it's 62 viewers watching at once, and I'm still looking at 100 viewers. Sit down, good girl, sit. So I've got my little doggy who's pestering for attention in here. So if we get to the 100 viewers at one time, the competition is still a free CVT, and CVT across 3 of our sites, valued at £199. And watch the space, because there may be a few more sites coming on over the next 3 or 4 months. We've been actively looking, and we are sort of pursuing a few opportunities. But that CVT, I'm going to give a free CVT if we get to 100 viewers at one time. So that's where the commenting away, that's where the liking the videos and interacting. As soon as I get that 100 people watching at the same time, that question will be fired over, and one of you lucky people will win £199 CBT. So that competition is still ongoing. Right, let's catch up as a newbie. Yeah, Rob, the second jab tomorrow. Yeah, I've had my second jab about 3 weeks ago. No problem at all, mate. And no after effects. No, just went in. I went back to work, actually. Drove in and out. No problem. And so, yeah, well, it's peace of mind. You got it done then, isn't it? Rob, having never ridden a bike before. Yeah, well, we all start there, Rob. We all start there. Andrew Heaney, there's a name. Yes, Andrew, good evening. Welcome to the live stream. I can, yeah, I know it's been 9-hour days, 6-hour days. And if you want me to give you a call, Andy, I'll give you a call Monday if that's okay. I am away for, I'm away now, going to be away for a couple of days. So I'm back in Monday morning. If you want me to give you a call Monday lunchtime, I will with pleasure, if that's okay. And yeah, so we've got I've actually, since lockdown 3, so March the 29th, I have put 2 instructor training workshops aside and completed them. And I've got another 2 instructor training workshops coming up. I've got another one end of this month. That one's full. But I've got another one planned for, I'm away September. I'm going away for the month of September. But then there'll be another one in October. But I can give you a call on Monday, because I know Andrew passed his test with us a few years ago now. When was it, Andrew? And a message came through that he was looking at options of becoming a motorbike instructor. And as you all know, not only do we introduce people into learning to ride a motorbike, we teach people to enter the instructor training industry. So we get people through and becoming instructors. That's something that we do very well as well. Darren S, where are we? Let's have a look. Honestly, only started riding in May, Darren, this year. Spent the last year saving, reading reviews and buying gear piece by piece. Yes, you always will do. So, you know, motorbike gear is something that you build up a collection of. And currently, I think I've got 6 pairs of gloves in my top box. 6 pairs of gloves, which I rotate them as and when. Dave Smith, Rob, go to a bike dealer or a J&S and ask what kit they have and try it on. Yeah, I would strongly, I think top of my recommendations, the top of my recommendations will be J&S, who have 30 stores nationwide. You can go in and have a look at stuff, but they've also got a fantastic website. So visit their website. But best selection, I mean, we've got a bike school on J&S in Northwich, and the best selection of gear that you're going to find. But I'd always recommend, they're the top people I would recommend if you want to go and have a look and try stuff on. The selection is, you've never seen anything like it. But yeah, if you can go and try stuff on, that's really what you want to do. Show the doggy, I would do. I picked her up just now and she squealed, so I think she might have a sore leg. Otherwise, I would pick her up. She's gone quiet now. She's gone quiet, so I'll leave her alone. Won't I? I think J&S stock bigger sizes. I think if you give J&S a call, go on the website, store locator, give the closest store to you a call, and they do big sizes. And if they haven't got anything in, they can get it from the other stores. They've got 30 stores. You will not get a better selection of bike gear than J&S, but they do have bigger stuff. And I think J&S have got their own brands as well. You know, they make their own brands. J&S accessories online. Visit there. Yeah, I'll give you a call, Andy. I'll give you a call on Monday. Okay, give you a call on Monday, mate, and you can have a chat. Or if you're around, I'm in Eccles on Monday. If you want to come and have a coffee, mate, come and have a coffee. It's not a problem. Around about lunchtime. But I'll catch up with you on Monday. 3 years, blimey. Time goes quickly. 12 months of that has been COVID. Michaelo, struggling to find gloves. Get yourself down to a J&S store and try some on. Yeah, tired hero. Thank you very much, Lisa. Yeah, I am a lord. Let me know, I am a lord. I have a certificate to say I'm a lord. I've got a lord title. Congratulations, Lord Robert John Howitt. Well, I'm a lord. How's that? So, yes. Lord titles. How's that? Nice little folder. Nice birthday present. And I've got a certificate. You can see that. Yeah. So, I am a lord. Thank you very much. Now, Mr. Clements. Steve Clements. Wow, there's I've not seen you for a year or two, Stephen. And Stephen was one of my early DAS pupils over in Congleton. What year was that, Stephen? That must be was that in the single digits? I'd say, was it 2005 or 6, somewhere around there? Stephen Clements, you must come and see us. We're not in Salford anymore, Stephen. Well, we are in Salford, but not Agecroft. We're in Eccles. Much better facility. So if you're still riding, mate, come down and see us. Wayne. I'm a newbie doing my CVT on Sunday, then my DAS. Went to J&S, Charlie recommended. Then we all, top of our recommendation list would be J&S because we have a good relationship with them. And they help us out, we help them out. And we've got a school on site, Northwich. Wednesday JS Charlie recommend, really helpful. Got a helmet, gloves, boots, and jacket. Great shop, great stuff. And I hope you told them, Wayne, that you were training with us, because they then look after you. They do look after you if they know you're training with RJH. So that's good. Charlie's been overworked as well. Charlie's coming along nicely in the booking office. He's developing his skills really, really well. And we're really pleased with Charlie. And got high hopes for Charlie going forwards. Bearing in mind, he's only 21. He's only 21. So he's... Yes, you've seen the new site, Stephen? I've not seen it. You must have popped in on my day off, mate. So do come by again. Anyway, so we're going to get started then, I think, on some clothing, and then we'll see how we go. But what are we looking at then? What is clothing? The advice that we would give, the only legal requirement, I suppose, first of all, point that out, the only legal requirement is the helmet. The safety helmet. We don't call it a crash helmet. We call it a safety helmet. And Darren mentioned a little bit earlier about the advice, the best advice that he was given, and that was that what price would you put on your head? And I suppose we would all say, well, our head is priceless, wouldn't we? Or would we not? I'd like to think we would. But that said, if we're realistic, everybody is on a budget, aren't they? So everybody has a budget. And I know for some of the new riders coming through that, some of the younger riders that are just starting out, it can all get very, very expensive. So whilst we would all say, our head is priceless, you've got to be realistic. So if somebody's starting out, then there's probably a very good chance that they'd go for the budget stuff, because you do get that entry level budget stuff, not just on helmets but on everything, and then you're going to get the top range ones. And it may be that you need to get a few years under the belt, get a better job, and you start having a little bit more money coming in. But then you can start affording the higher end stuff. It is, something that we would always advise. It is the only piece of kit that you would not buy second hand. So always buy a new helmet. And if you go to somewhere that's got a load of the helmets all sort of on shelves and everything, you go there on a weekend and dads take the kids in, mums take the kids in, and everybody's trying these helmets on. So if you're trying a helmet on in the shop, we would always then, recommend, when you've chose that helmet, ask for one that's out the back in a box. What you don't want is the one that everybody has been trying on, because you don't know it's been dropped or anything like that. So we'd always recommend asking for one out the box, out the back, on the shelf, not on show. And the other thing is, if you are buying online, because a lot of people buy online, don't they? Buy online from a reputable dealer, like your J&S, there's different bike websites out there. But if you buy an helmet online, because they will ensure that it's packaged correctly for transit. That's a really, really important one. So, yeah. So helmets, only legal requirement. What price you put on the head? So buy the best you can afford. And I know we are all on budgets, particularly some of the younger riders just starting out. It does get very expensive. But if you're on a budget, put most of that budget onto the helmet. That's what I would say. Pin lock for your helmet. Yeah, helmet. You will find the pin locks invaluable. We, as instructors that are on the bikes all day, every day, we do not ride without a pin lock. We just wouldn't. If you cannot afford it, don't ride. Better to buy good than end up with a brain injury. Absolutely. Yeah, absolutely. But you know, there are levels. So if you think of the 3 levels of safety helmets, you're going to have you know, that entry level, the budget helmets. You're going to have mid-range, and then you're going to have a high range. And I think if I was on a budget with a helmet, I know what I would do, and that is I would see in the shop what lines of helmets were being discontinued, because you know, sometimes, you know, you go to the shop and they'll have this range because it's a different color, and they'll have this range which is a different color, and it might be £200 off. So it's actually a £500 helmet, but I'm getting it for 300, or it's a £300 helmet I'm getting for 100. So it is really, you know, there are ways of getting something at a better price if you use your common sense. So yeah, I mean, open styles of helmets then. I mean, your open front, full face, and flip front. So, you know, you can imagine what the pros and cons are, the advantages and disadvantages. And it's not uncommon for somebody to have that style, you know, have one of each style or many. You know, you can think I've got about 5 different safety helmets in the garage, but all of my safety helmets are flip front. I don't ride any bikes that would warrant me riding an open front. And a full face, I'm not a sports bike, I'm not a faster rider. I like that communication ability. So all of my lids, probably I would say for the last 25 years, certainly since I started the school, all of my helmets have been flip front. But you know, you look at what you're doing, what you're riding, what's is it work, is it, you know, fun, you know, look at what bike you're riding, and then start working around that. But there's no right or wrong. Full face if you come off, and it's open face if you're going to make a mess of it. Absolutely. Full face is apparently quieter and safer. Yes, it's going to be quieter. Less visibility. You can look at the pros and cons, but look at what you're going to be doing. What are the materials? Plastic, polycarbonate, budget. You've got fiberglass, mid-range, top spec, tri-composites, carbon Kevlars. But yeah, helmet. And when you're buying one, make sure it fits. So listen to the guys in the shop, and they will tell you, because you don't want it too big. They only get a bit bigger when you wear them. They mold to your shape, and they become a little bit looser. So you know, make sure that it fits, but you don't want it tight that gives you a headache. So helmet's really important. It is the only legal requirement, which is quite frightening. I mean, I don't agree with that, but I don't make those decisions. But it is the only legal requirement. So just to see who is paying attention, who doesn't have to wear a safety helmet on the roads on a 2-wheeled motorcycle. Oh, he's quick in there, isn't he, Dave? A Sikh, but what Sikh? It's a male Sikh. Yes, well done. Well done. Yeah, it is. Go and speak to the helmet specialists that sell them. But yeah, I mean, your material is price. So there's nothing wrong with a polycarbonate helmet. It's just going to cost you less. It's not going to last you as long, and it won't be It won't be approved to as high a standard as the more expensive ones. But again, it goes back to that: what price do you put on your head? And ask the guys what it's made of. Would you want a plastic helmet on your head? Would you want a polycarbonate helmet on your head? Well, some people won't have a choice because they can't afford it, and I do get that. But and I do get what Dave said. Wait until you can afford one. But a lot of people, they don't have that choice. Kids have to get out on the road to get the transport, to get the work. If they don't go to work, they don't get money. It can be tough out there for some of the youngsters that are just starting out. I get that. But buy the best you can afford, and then put a bit of overtime in, a bit of saving, and aspire to get the one that a little bit more expensive. So one with a turban, yes, Michaela, they're tested the same, but maybe made of cheaper materials and not be as comfy yet. There are new regs, Michaela, about time that will have much better tests for real world motor. A lot of the cheaper ones will not pass when the 22 are enforced in 2024. So Darren, he's got it all there. The new regulations in 2024. So it will improve the standards. Standards are improving all the time, and they need to be. You've got to evolve. Standards have to improve. So helmets. Anybody, anything they want to add to the helmets? Which has made me think I might go and buy a new helmet. I might buy a new one. I've got a shoe berth at the moment. I've got a shoe berth and a shoey, which I sort of alternate depending on if I'm filming and what. I've got the Bluetooth on both of them, but the mic went on the shoe berth today, so that's put to one side, just back to the shoey. So I put a new mic in the shoe berth. Got about 3 or 4 spare mics. So I'm thinking, right, new helmet time. So I don't quite know what I'm going to get, but I will go and have a look at the new stock. Shoey I do like, and I'm sort of looking at, I would think to get a nice one, you're looking about £500. So anybody know of any shoey flip front helmets around about £500? Has anybody looked at any? Anybody got any advice? Absolutely use tints, Adam, at daytime. Yeah, daytime only. Shoey Nexus. Yeah, Rob, LS2 Duo J that comes highly rated. Rob, Shoey Nexus. Go and try them on. Go and speak to the guys. I like Shoey. They fit me, because different brands are going to fit you. Arai don't fit me. I love the Arai helmets, and people that wear the Arai, I really like the look of them, but Arai do not fit my head, the shape. Shoey fit my head. HJC fit my head. And those are the two that I sort of like. So what I would say is, Rob, go and try the brands on, because you might find one is more comfortable than the other. It's okay doing your reviews on something. Oh, yeah, that's the one I want. That's the one I want. But that might not fit you as nicely, because we're all different shapes and sizes. So, you will find that certain brands fit you and certain brands don't fit you. Good quality helmet. You're looking at, you can get one on the sale, get a £300 or £400 helmet for £150. I think you've got to be looking at a few £100 upwards. I think you've got to be, so. Yeah, so let's move on from helmets. Just been bleeding bitten. Got an itch. Just been bitten. Trouble with this hot weather, isn't it? It's very warm, very hot. So yeah, safety helmets then. So I think the big thing to be considering then from the helmets is that there's no law. That's the frightening thing. There is no law on, what you have to wear. You can wear what you want, and that's scary stuff. And yeah, I'm sure we've all seen them out in this hot weather in their t-shirts and sleeveless, their vests, no gloves, shorts and trainers, lots of skin and flesh showing. And I think it's not good. And in this hot weather, get the the summer gear on. Still get the gear, still wear the protective gear, but get the summer gear. And then because I think that's why people don't wear gear when it's warm. You don't see them doing it in the cold, do you? You don't see them in a t-shirt and shorts in the cold. They put the bike gear on, or the substitutes. It's only in the warm. So the reason they're not wearing it is because the stuff they do wear is too hot. So if the stuff that you're wearing is too hot, get some summer gear. Win-win. Define best summer gear. Gear that'll keep you cool or won't get you overheated. Still got the protection. So there's a lot of mesh stuff out there, a lot of lighter weight materials. You still want all the protection in the body armor. We'll go on to that in a minute. But it's mesh, it's summer gear. So, your summer gloves are going to have vents in them, so the wind gets in that keeps you cool. There is summer gear out there. You don't need to not wear stuff to keep cool. Yeah, I think the L plates, there is something, I don't know what it is off the top of my head, but yeah, you can't be cutting the L plates. It needs to be a certain size, certain amount of the white around the L plate, yeah. But, police stopping somebody because the L plates, I suppose it could happen, but yeah, no, it is an offence. Why do they cut the L plates off? Because they don't want to look like they're a learner? Don't know. Odd, isn't it? Get some training, get your test done, get a bigger bike. Rob E. picked up my 125 today. Loving the two-wheeled life. Fantastic. What have you got, Rob? What bike have you purchased? Yes, I don't think I would ever take the chance. Lost a good friend and he was fully covered. Yeah, clothing, equipment, very, very important. Don't ride without it. There should be some law, but there isn't. But there should be, which is why it gets abused, isn't it? Michaelo, at the moment, I only have winter gear. I did my mod 1 on the hottest days of years, sweating buckets. Yeah, so that's the trouble. But there is summer gear out there that you can keep that temperature cool. Yamaha XSR125. Nice. We like Yamahas. We like Suzuki's. We like Hondas. We like Kawasaki's. We like all the Japanese. So that should be a good bike for you. Get some experience on it. Yeah, well, that would be, that's not right, Dave. Shouldn't be doing that if they get caught. Vented gloves. Yeah, vented gloves lets the air flow in, which is great. Keep your hands cooler than if you weren't wearing any. Nice bike, yes. Just let you know that I passed my mod 2 with 0 faults. I'm loving riding a bigger bike now. Janine, fantastic. I hope, Janine, I think you might have mentioned before, I'm sure, that the live streams helped you, the videos helped you. We do get a lot of people up and down the country that look at the videos, contribute, and they do let us know that they have helped them, you know, on their journey into getting on 2 wheels. Would it not be hard to regulate if they made more laws regarding required safety gear? Not that I agree with it, that. Yeah, well, it would be. Yeah, I'm sure it would be. But, you know, there should be something to encourage riders to be wearing the right gear. Yeah. Fantastic. That is what we like to hear. More people getting on 2 wheels, and the videos, live streams, if they help, then that is what that is the aim of the live streams and the videos, that it helps. That is all we ask. Take from the videos what you want and use it with your you know, lessons that you're getting with an instructor paid for, and you know, all good. All gear comes with CE rating, yeah, so it's all pretty, yeah. The standard is there, yeah, the standard is there, and it is important. Otherwise, all sorts of stuff would be, yeah, out there. Videos are preparing you, yeah, good. So let's talk then about jackets, trousers, gloves, and boots to start with. So materials. So if you're going into a shop, if you're going to look at bike gear, what are the materials that you're going to be offered, and why do we need to be considering this stuff? So I think the highest priority, I would suspect, most of us would agree, and that is that you're wearing the protective gear. You're wearing the gear for protection. Gave you the answer then. You're wearing the gear for protection, and we would highly recommend that your motorbike gear has the body armor in it. So it has the body armor inside, shoulders, elbows, hips, knees, all those vulnerable areas. So that's number one objective. That aim is to keep protected. Yeah, to keep protected. Dress for the slide, not the ride. Good. New road, check your mirrors, can't see a SIG indicator. Fantastic. You like that video, Rob? That has proved very well. Proved a popular one. AW8. I again, Rob, had a basics rider assessment last week on a Mod 1 training ground. First proper ride since CBT. 40 mile gusts, heavy rain. Glad I had decent gear. Well, there's nothing. There's no such thing as bad weather. It's bad gear. So if you've got the right gear on, weather's, you know, irrelevant generally. So yeah, protection is number one aim. Number two aim is to keep warm, and number three aim is to keep dry. And that's what we drive home to all our new riders coming through into the school, right from CBT level, even going through the first license for the full licenses. You've got to keep protected, you've got to keep warm, and you've got to keep dry. Those are the three biggest aims. Yeah, you need to be comfy, you want to look good, you want something that makes you feel good, so you've got to have a bit of you've got to have something about it as well. But protection, warm, dry, I know I can probably say it many more times still, but those are the three. And just in case you didn't hear me, protection, warm, and dry. Yes, so the two materials that, if you go into a shop, the two materials that are going to be offered are leather. That's the historical, traditional material. It used to be waxed cotton years ago as well. You can still get some waxed cotton. Some of the bell staffs, actually. Remember the old greasers? They used to call them back in the 70s when I was a kid, greasy riders. Big, big hairy men, hairy tattoos, rings, studs, in their old, and they'd have all the waxed cotton on, wouldn't they? And I know bell staff have sort of all the Steve McQueen type of, they've all got a load of wax cottons, which is really nice. But I would say the two materials, the two main materials you're going to go and be offered are man-made and leather. Man-made and leather. Yeah, I wear a raincoat over my motorbike jacket. It's waterproof, but why get it wet? Absolutely, layer it up. I don't disagree with that at all. Michaelo, after that, nice of you to join us. So protection, warm, dry. What's going to be on offer is leather and man-mades. Yeah, man-mades, lots of different brand names. One's coming through there, which is your Gore-Tex. So Gore-Tex would come into the man-mades. But what sort of materials would you go for? And I think generally what we're doing, I mean, I've got leather trousers, I've got Gore-Tex trousers, and you change over the years. You change. I mean, 10 years ago, the only trousers I would wear was leather, because that's made me feel comfortable. For many years, I would only wear leather, and then as time's gone on, I sort of switched around now that 99% of the time will wear the Gore-Tex. And whether it's because I'm getting a bit older, I don't like, sort of want to keep a bit warmer and drier, I don't know. But I don't like leather now. So you change. And I've not done anything differently. I've not been riding any differently. I'm still doing the same thing. But leather and Gore-Tex, leather and man-mades. Leather is going to offer offer the best abrasive resistance because it's a second layer of skin, but it's not as versatile. So if you're using your bike for commuting, going to work day in, day out, and riding a bike is addictive, so you might only start just leisurely, but you might then get into riding every day for work, or it might be your only form of transport. Why have the car if I'm riding a bike more? But I think if you're riding daily or regularly, then you can't be faffing about with the weather forecast and thinking, I'm not going to go out. So man-mades are Gore-Tex because they do tend to be that windproof, waterproof, breathable, more versatile. And a different fit. I suppose the fit of your man-mades are going to allow you to be able to build up layers and things like that. So it is a lot better for versatility, which is why, most of the bike instructors and the couriers and the people that are on the bikes, a lot of the time will be going for Gore-Tex because of that versatility. Whereas leather, if you're into your sports bike, you want to go around tracks, that type of riding, then it will be a leather suit, one-piece suit, two-piece suit, various different ones. So, you do need to look at what your riding is going to be, and also consider that you're not just going to buy one suit and have one suit. I would think you'll have a few pairs of trousers, you'll have a few jackets, you'll have a few pairs of boots, you'll have a few pairs of gloves. As I said before, I've got, I think, 6 pairs of gloves at the moment in my top box. So you will build up a wardrobe, and it's nice then to have a variety for different conditions and different riding. Back in 1983, I rode my RD50 in all winter weather wearing Derry boots. I remember the Derry boots. I used to sell them. I used to sell Derry boots. But I'll tell you what, they kept me. I remember wearing them as a kid as well, and went on and even then sold them. Used to sell them, but they used to keep your feet so warm and dry, and they were really, really comfortable. I can remember having a few pairs of those as a youngster, Derry boots. Wipers on visors, yeah, Janine, that was an interesting wiper on a visor, because I mean your gloves generally have a wiper, don't they? If your glove hasn't got a wiper, then you can buy that little thing you put on so you can wipe it. So if you keep your visor nice and clean anyway, and the wiper, it does work. That's what I use. It works for me. But there was somebody who went into Dragon's Den with the electric. He didn't get investment, so it sounds a good idea, but I don't think it is a good idea. I don't know where it went, that one. Yeah, I like all season gear. You can layer up, but also strip layers out. That's a good thing about layers, is you can moor in, warm up, take out to cool off. Rain-X is, I think, all of our bike schools have a bottle of Rain-X, because we do use it not only to clean the helmets, but yeah, we use it to then coats the helmet, the visor, so the water does tend to run off. But Rain-X is a really good product. Yeah, so Laughing Dog Denim Jeans. I've got some RST Denim Jeans. I've not done a review on them yet. About £180. J&S accessories. Great in the warm weather. Got all the body armour. They're not going to give you the same protection as your full gear, but for the hot weather, then they are a lot more comfortable to wear, especially if I'm doing CBTs and I'm on the yard running around and stuff. And hoodie, yeah, hoodie over the top. Ventilated gear is good, definitely. Or, you know, features, vents in arms, vents in breasts, gets a bit of the cool. Yeah, bin liner or rubble sack, anything like that, yeah, costs nothing, does it? Nothing would have helped me when I was doing my testing. It was a nightmare. Just use Rain-X and look left to right and the wind blows it off. It does, it's good, it does coat it. What is the best AWM? What is the best product for anti-mist and to cause water not to hold on a visor? Rain-X. Even Mr. Sheen polish, you know, furniture polish. Try that, and it does help. But the important thing is to keep it clean every day. So use it every day. If you don't keep it clean, if you let it build up daily grime over a week, then it's going to just hold on it. So keep that visor nice and clean. Any thoughts on back protector? Yeah, a lot of jackets have a basic back protector in, but you know, go and have a look. Forcefield do a great range of back protectors, and Knox do a great range of back protectors as additional. You know, you can just strap them on before you get your coat and everything on. It's certainly worth considering back protections when you think that, and you know, I've not got it to hand, but there is a statistic out there of motorcyclists that are involved in accidents that will end up in wheelchairs. You know, if you look at it around the world, there will be a percentage of motorcyclists that will end up in a wheelchair. And had they worn back protectors, maybe that would have been a different outcome. So certainly worth considering. Yeah, I do. Certainly in town, in city centre, my visor will be up most of the time. Yeah, and you know, once I start getting a little bit faster, then it'll be coming back down. but it is nice to have that breeze. So yeah, jackets, trousers. So trousers like the jackets, leather man-made. What about one piece then, everybody? What are your thoughts on one pieces? I've got my latest suit, which I've got the review on. I've put it on here, and I'll put the link down below when we finish. But the suit that I've got has the facility, like most, to zip the jacket to the trousers to make it one piece, and I've used that rarely, but I can see, you know, that the benefits would be, certainly if I had a different style of bike, I think, keep the draft and stuff out, and yeah, if I was involved in any form of off, it would keep the suit together. But generally speaking, I just don't fix it together. And yes, so it, you know, the one piece is a nightmare, not only for the girls to go to the loo, it is a nightmare for the boys to go to the loo too. But that's something that you can be choosing. Yeah, I do. I don't think it. I think you're right, Laughing Dog. I think the one piece is more for, you know, weekend rider going over to the race tracks or whatever. But I think for you know, daily commuting and stuff, yeah, I think the two piece is a lot more practical. Not for you, the onesies, Darren. Yeah, I think the general feeling is, isn't it, the one pieces are not as popular. So yeah, I mean, as I said, I'll put a link below to my latest suit, but it's actually got the chest protector as well, so I can zip it in. It's quite handy. I can take it out if I want. So if I'm riding every day, like if I've got the jacket and I'm teaching, I don't use it. But if I was going to go on a little bit of a tour, I would certainly put it in. If I was going on a longer distance, I'd certainly put it. It's got a back protector in, and it's got a chest protector, and that's the Rukka. So yeah, leather and textiles, Gore-Texes. So the Gore-Texes, I think the latest one, the sort of popular one, is the laminated Gore-Tex, which is a lot more waterproof. I've worn mine now for 10 months, and I have to say, at the moment, the suit that I've got at the moment, the Rukka, is the best that I've ever had. And it's not let me down yet, so long may that continue. Long may it continue. Let's see if she can come up here. She might come up on her own. Come here. Okay. Oh, let's see. Oh. Yeah, have a look in the camera. Come here. No, she's gone again. Come up here. Turn around. Sit. Yeah. Come here. She might do in a minute, but yeah. Oh yeah. No. She's gone. She wants to go out in a minute. That's the trouble. I'll let her out soon. So yeah, where were we? The Gore-Tex laminated is the latest at the moment, and it's not let me down. So that is good to know. Dog reveal, lol. She's not playing. Hold on a minute. Let's see if I can get her up. Come on. Come here. Come on. Come on. Come on. Good girl. There we go. Now, that's Millie. There you go. That's Millie. She's camera shy. Is she going to go again? There. Good girl. Yeah, say hello. There you go. Good girl. She is precious, is Millie. So yeah, Gore-Tex laminated is the best one, and that is the one I've got. Now we're talking about the prices and buying the best you can afford. And not so long ago, I mean, So, and I still would now, but you know, get on eBay, and if you can't afford, you know, see what you can get second hand. And people, oh, I won't have second hand. I won't have second hand. And I know the helmet, the safety lid, you would not want to buy a second hand. But what I would say is the clothing, you could get some bargains, because I've got something before. As an example, somebody has bought all this stuff, rode a bike for a few months, didn't like it, and wanted to sell all the gear. And they just happened to be my size. Fantastic. And I got some bargain. And so secondhand, but hardly been worn. So, you know, if you are on a budget, you can get this stuff a little bit cheaper. But also, if you go into the big stores, if you go into J&S, you know, somewhere like that, they will have an area in the corner that's reduced because it's last season stock and they want to get rid of it. So it might be a little bit cheaper. And I do think with biking gear, it tends not to go out of fashion. So you can get yourself some good bargains. So, you know, there is, this thing where I can't afford it. But, well, actually, you know, there are some bargains out there. So go and take a look. That's what I would say. So yeah, Millie got on the action. She's gone quiet again now. So that's all she wanted. She just needed to see what was going on the screen. Well, Janine, that is. Let me tell you now, because when we go to Blackburn Test Centre, there's a young lady that we come across occasionally in the petrol station, and she has got a dog. It's a small little dog, like a little Jack Russell, one of those little Jack Russell ones. And it sits quite happily in the basket on the front of her motorbike. And it's all wrapped up and everything. And that is what she does. And yeah, I mean, what can you say? It's quite amusing. And yeah, if you go on the internet, you see a lot of people with different dogs and everything. I think some dogs love it. So I don't know. If the dog's happy, why not? If the dog's not happy, it might be different. But if the dog's happy. Yeah, well, listen, I've paid peanuts for some of my gear over the past. I've got a Rukka suit. I have got a few Rukka suits, but I have got a Rukka suit which Lisa found from a guy over in Halifax. So I went over to my size. Went over to Halifax. I think I paid £150 for this Rukka suit. It's absolutely fantastic. I wore it for about 3 years, and it was great condition. I wore it for about 3 years, and then so it's still in the wardrobe somewhere. But my newest Rukka suit was £2,200. So you know, you pay a couple of £100, you can pay a few £1,000, but you do get what you pay for. But what I'm saying is, you know, certain times of your life you might have a few quid. Certain other times you might not have a few quid, and you've got to compromise and subdue. And I certainly am quite humble in that sense that if I get offered something that's second hand, I haven't got a problem to wear it. So you know, people can shop about, and you can get some bargains. But you know, if you want to go into a shop and stuff like that, as I said before, J&S Accessories, 30 stores nationwide. If you go in there, they will have a discounted area in the corner somewhere. So go and take a look. Yeah, didn't know. Rukka is a good brand. Yeah, so you can get a Reacher. That's another one. That's a good brand. Laminated Gore-Tex suit for 500 quid. Very, very good. J&S sell them. J&S. I'm looking at all their brands now. They've got, well, there must be hundreds of different brands that they sell. Where would you get hundreds of different brands? You just wouldn't. So So while we're clothing, leather, textile, jackets, trousers, one piece, two piece. I suppose the other consideration with it all, as I said before, because different brands fit different people. You might look at somebody doing a review on so-and-so, so-and-so, and you think, fantastic, that's the one I want. Saving up all the money, that's the one I want. But, make sure that it fits you. Make sure it's comfortable. And this clothing has to be comfortable. And don't get it tight. If you get it too tight, you're not going to be able to get on the bike comfortable. And when you're on the bike, you're not comfortable because it's all too tight. So comfort is a really, really big benefit. Yeah, Millie. They're saying hello to you, Millie. Is it legal to do that with your dog? You mean, is it legal to ride with a dog on your bike? I don't know. I've not seen anything to say that it's illegal. I would think it's got to be secure, hasn't it? So I would suspect it's a bit like, if you take your dog in a car, you have the lead, or you should have the collar strapped to something, shouldn't you? I would think it's something like that, but I don't know. But I have seen it. Does the dog's paws have to touch a foot pegs? Yes, that would be an interesting one. I'll tell you what, if the dog's paws did touch a foot pegs, that would be something like a flipping Great Dane or something, wouldn't it? That would be not a dog, that would be a horse or a pony. That's the other thing, to be fair. If you were carrying a dog, yeah, you would. But I think it's like if you were taking a passenger. And I think when my youngest son, 22 now, when he was old enough, he was just old enough to touch the foot pegs. And this is going back 15, 17 years ago. And I can remember taking him on a few different tours, but one particular time I can remember taking him out, and he would fall asleep on the back of the bike. So the bike had the top box, had the panniers, had everything strapped up. We saw this bike, it had everything, and he fitted in like his own little area, and had everything around him. He could fall asleep, wasn't going to go anywhere, and that's what he used to do. And I can remember one time even pulling over on the side of the road and let him have a sleep on the grass verge because he was that tired. Different time, but he'd sit there quite comfortably. But when I used to ride when you ride with your flesh and blood on the bike, when you ride with one of your kids, your partner, or whoever it is, your nearest and dearest, you do ride differently. You ride more responsibly because you're not just looking after yourself, you're looking after this precious person, animal. Yeah, so it is interesting. Yeah, airwear and donkey jacket. Used to wear the old donkey jackets. Remember them? Over the top, budgets. Yeah. Why did I spend 2,000 on my Rukka? If you watch the review, and yeah, it gets mixed views. People think it must be mad, but I'll tell you why I bought it. I bought it because I'm training out every day, and I can be training 7 days a week for a month. I can be training 30 days on the trot. And you know what it's like in England. You can get wet weather for day, and you think, oh, blimey, And so when you're out in it every day, and it is it's a business, it's an income, it's your job. You need the correct gear. You need gear that has been tried, tested, and is reputable. And that is why I spent $2,000 on this suit. And I'll tell you what, I'm biking next year. I would have been that one. Next year, I first was introduced into motorbikes 50 years ago. And let me tell you now that the suit I've got now, paid £2,000 for, I cannot fault it. So whilst, yeah, it does sound you can get a bike for that, you know, but I'm out every day. I want something that is going to be warm, protect me, and keep me dry. I don't want to be thinking about it, and that's why I got it. And if I'm honest with you, I cannot complain. I cannot complain. And you know, if it lasts me 5 years, great, I'll get another one. So I don't look at it as, I look at it as an investment. And if I'm comfortable, if I'm happy, then I can do my job a lot better. So what else then? Jacket, trousers. What about gloves? Yeah, so important to have gloves, short gloves, long gloves. And somebody mentioned about can't get a pair of gloves to fit. But yeah, RST. Yeah, I've got RST jeans at the moment. Absolutely fantastic. RST denim motorbike jeans, £180. They're really nice. But gloves, somebody mentioned about they can't get them to fit the fingers, and I think that's the trouble. Some of us long fingers, short fingers, but you just got to go in and try a few on. I'm sure there's gloves that people say, oh, they have shorter or they're longer fingers, but gloves have to be comfortable. If they're not comfortable, you're not going to be able to use your controls. And I've done a few reviews of gloves below. I'll send you put the links in below. But I've done a few product reviews of gloves. I've got, as I said, I've got about 6 pairs on the go. Held gloves. Held is a very good brand. Yeah, I mean, there's always going to be mixed views, and the views, you know, buy cheap, buy twice. Yeah, I get that, and you know, you're on the bike all day. I get all that, but everybody has opinions, and that's a good thing about the videos. It opens up that conversation, and you know, but yeah. It's all good. So 10-year, yeah, 10-year, 6-year warranty, I think, the Rukka. But that's for an average rider. If you think of an instructor that can wear it, probably, I think an instructor wears it 7 times more than an average rider. Then the 6 years. I mean, to be honest with you, if I was to get 2 or 3 years out of it, I'd be happy. And then it'd go to not the one that I'm wearing, or I'll get a new one, and then it'll just, you know, be one that comes out on the odd occasion. But if I could get 3 years, 2 or 3 years out of it, I think I would probably be happy. Darren, yeah, Rukka gloves. Rukka, I've got, yeah, have you seen the reviews I've done of a few pairs of Rukkas? And I'm actually looking maybe at getting another pair, a lighter weight pair. But I've got a couple of pairs, absolutely love them. And yeah, close to £200 each for the pairs, but they are very, very nice gloves. And again, they're going to be with me for a few years. They're not going to be 5-minute wonders. I've got a pair of leather, got the leather Rukka, and I've got the Gore-Tex Rukkas. Got various different ones. Yeah, boots, leather or Leathertex. Well, anything that's waterproof. So Gore-Tex. The boots that I've got are, I've got some Altbergs, I've got Daytonas. But you want your feet, like your hands, you want your feet to be warm, and you want your feet to stay dry. If your hands and your fingers get cold, if your feet and toes get cold, it's just going to then move into the body. You're not going to be comfortable. And remember, you know, one of the other reasons of wearing all the clothing in the gear is not only to protect yourself, but it is to keep warm and it is to keep dry. If you get wet, you're going to get cold. You're not going to be comfortable. And it doesn't take much. People don't understand. A new rider, you ladies and gents will understand it, but a new rider will not understand the word wind chill. They don't understand it because they familiarize riding a motorbike with riding a push bike, and there couldn't be anything completely different. Riding a push bike, you're moving your body, you're getting the blood circulating, you're raising your body temperature. And on a motorbike, you are just sat there. There's none of that. The wind chill doesn't take long for the wind chill to take effect if you've not got the right gear on. And once that wind chill starts to take effect, and once your body temperature starts to drop, and if your body starts to shiver, if you're starting to shiver, you don't want to be on your bike, ladies and gents. So you need to be using your common sense and, you know, your reflexes, your concentration is all going to be affected. Yeah, bad. Yeah, wind chill. Flip-up helmets for convenience. Good. Rukka, Brewery, I'm only 140 rock, Gore-Tex and Light 2. Yes, I have seen them. I think they might be on my list, Darren. I've got them. I've got a couple of the Rukkas, which are a little bit heavier. I've got lighter weight gloves, but the Rukka, I have seen them. For me, it's got to be Gore-Tex. Even on the lightweight ones, it's got to be Gore-Tex. Some good used kit available, often sold by folk who change kit regularly. Like, yes, me. I haven't, even now, I have no problem buying something that somebody else is no longer making use of. I have no problem. And you can save yourself a few quid. Bugs hitting you in the face, yeah. So if you've not got your visor on, nasty. Well, it's not uncommon for motorbike instructors to get cold in the winter, even if you've got all the gear on, and you know, if you're getting some miles under your belt, getting all the gear on. And yeah, I mean, in the past I've had it where, you know, even a hot bath still gets through to your bone. But of course now, as time goes on, you know, you've got all your heated undergarments. You have heated socks, heated inner gloves, heated jackets underneath, heated long johns underneath. You just plug them in. You know, you can have more heated. You have heated grips. You can have heated seats on bikes. So there's a lot of additional stuff for those extreme times of the year. So you know, it's something that you can avoid if you invest into it. But yeah, wind chill is, as I say, something that people just do not understand until they get out. Even on a nice summer day, isn't it? You can get that wind chill. Is there a need to go now, Rob? Thanks for your time. Thank you, Janine, for joining us, and please do stay subscribed to the channel. Keep popping in from time to time. But well done on that DAS pass, and do let us know how you're getting on. Yeah, well, I've now got a tool, a puncture repair kit. I've got one in my top box at all times, and I did a video recently of a repair I did on my tyre. And people say, "Oh, it'll only last you until you get home. You can get it." I've had it, and it's successfully, for my tyre, I'd still had quite a lot of tread on it. And I thought, I don't want to spend £100 on it. Anyway, it did it for me. It was absolutely fine. I just carried on with it, not a problem. But what I would say is that, more and more rubbish on the roads, easy to get a puncture into it, and it's a 5-minute job. An absolute 5-minute job. Caramel, good evening. Do you wear heated whilst training? I have heated handle grips, and that is it. I've over the years considered it, and I think I might one day invest. I'm not in a hurry. I like to think so, because most of my riding is teaching, and if I go out for a tour, if I'm going out for a week or 2 weeks into Europe or whatever, or Scotland, tends to be not in the winter. It tends to be nicer times of the year. So with the heated stuff, I like to. What's made me not sort of get it is I like to think that. So if I'm cold, I know the trainees are cold. So, and if I'm out on a 3-hour lesson, and trainees, they won't hold their hands up and say, I'm cold. Oh, I'm okay. Well, actually, you're not okay. So if I had all this heated gear on, then I would be sort of unaware of what the trainees are going through. I think that side of it, because most of my riding in the cold in the wintertime is going to be when I'm teaching. So if I'm all wrapped up nice and warm, then I lose that ability to sort of know when the trainee is cold. And that's the only thing that sort of holds me back. So I've thought about it, and I keep thinking, well, no, it's not an essential. And I don't really need heated stuff if I'm going away on my bike, so I won't be going away in the. And that's, I think, where I'm at with it. But it is a good. There's a few good brands out there, and I think for you guys out in the winter commuting and whatnot, absolutely fantastic. It's a fantastic. Yeah, I mean, most bike schools at the moment, you will be looking, and we were now looking into September as a rule. Most bike schools are going to be the same. And, if you're wanting to get in the next few weeks, I think you're going to find it near on impossible. So, but yeah, we've got 3 schools at the moment. As I say, watch your space, because we are actively looking for new schools, and we have a few very early stages possibilities. But it doesn't take long for get the green light and get it all going. And we are in a position that we want to be opening more schools. And we are actively looking. Darren, yeah, either, mate. Yeah, so today I wore my, as I say, I looked at the weather forecast this morning. It was, the forecast was supposed to be showers all day. And I looked out when I was having my Weetabix this morning, looked a bit grey, and I thought, oh, right, I'm not going to wear me. So I wear me Daytonas, which come halfway up me calf, and all the Gore-Tex on. And as it happened to be one of those days, I was roasted. I was so hot. But so wish I'd have my ankle ones on. So I would say, either or. It just depends what you're doing, Darren. If I was going on the motorway, going down south, then I wouldn't wear my ankle ones. I'd want the more protection ones. If I'm sort of teaching and it's a bit warm, and then I'll go for the ankle ones. But I feel pretty good in either. It's got to be comfortable. Yeah, you do get more protection on the full length ones. There's no doubt about it. Yeah, there's no doubt about it. Whereabouts are you, tired hero? Whereabouts are you in the country? The best winter gloves I've ever had are my current winter gloves, and they are my Rukka. The Rukkas, I've got a review below. I'll put the link down below. They are the Rukka Gore-Tex. I would say they're the best ones I've had. Near Louth, Lincolnshire. Yeah, get on Google. That's where I would always start on Google. If you don't know anybody in the sort of game, get onto Google and then look at the Google reviews. Look at their Google reviews. Look at their reputation. That is important. And check out their website. I mean, I don't know whether any of you have been on our website, but yeah, heated gloves, fantastic. Gerbing, good heated clothing brand is Gerbing. I think with the Google reviews, have a look at their website. I mean, if you've looked at our website, anybody, we don't hide anything. We have a good social media presence, so you can see what people are doing. You can see what people are saying, and have a look at the prices. So all of our course prices are on our website. We don't hide anything. And if there's no prices, I don't know why people don't put their prices. Is it so you ring them up? I don't know. But our website has everything. We've got all the social medias are on there. We've even got TikTok now. But it is important to do. Yeah, just do a little bit of homework first and see what people are saying as people are doing. Because there's, not all bike schools are the same. Yeah, so gloves, man-made leather, boots, man-made leather, waterproof. Got to be waterproof. And what I'm going to do is put some links on the description below, some of my more recent, because I've started doing reviews of purchases. Obviously, I haven't got reviews of purchases I had 20 years ago because we weren't doing it then. What's up? But so certainly some of my latest ones, some of the latest ones are really good. The Rukka gloves are really, really good. Yeah, I know there are. I mean, the one thing you've got to remember is that we are all a business, but we have one goal. We have a mission statement on our website, on the homepage. We had that mission statement from the first day, and we haven't changed that. And we don't hide anything, and we consider ourselves to be as good as there is. We don't brag about it or blow our own trumpet. Our sort of consistent reviews speak for themselves. But there's so many different things to look at, isn't there? Now, what about all this clothing stuff then? We've got all that covered, I think. What about brands? I mean, there's so many brands, isn't there, from different parts of the world. But there's some reputable brands out there. And, buy the best you can afford. Do some research. But as I said, the place we will always recommend is at the top of our recommendations is J&S, and they've got 30 stores, 30 stores nationwide. So there's a good chance there would be. I mean, do all of you have a J&S near you? I mean, so you're in Louth, Lincolnshire was the last one came up. Is there a J&S there? Is there a J&S down in Bristol, Cardiff, whatever? 30 stores nationwide. So you should have a J&S near you. A fool and his money are soon parted. Yep. 3 hours to your local J&S in Aberdeen. Well, I suppose you could make a day of it, couldn't you? Online shopping, so have a look at J&S online. Yeah, Doncaster, I've been to that one. I was looking at a bike school over there at one point. Nothing came of it, but yeah, Doncaster. I was looking at a bike school there at one point. If it doesn't fit, post it back, yeah. That's a good thing about it. Any good? Doncaster, J&S in Doncaster is very good, and they have a big bike shop, and also got a little butty van outside. There's a nice little butties in there, nice burgers and whatnot, and a cup of coffee. Little car park, ride in, ride out. But no, yeah, it's good. Good selection, good parking. Kawasaki dealership, Yamaha dealership there as well, I think. No, you're not the only one from Scotland, Adam. There are a few from Scotland. If you go there, Tired Hero, tell them that RJH sent you. They will look after you. They will look after you if you tell them that you came from RJH. There you go. There's another one. Darren is up in Inverness. There's a few. Scotland, there is a few people from up in Scotland watching. Soon to come down and say hello. Although when we go up to the NC 500, Darren, we'll give you a shout and we'll have to join up for a cup of tea en route or something. So time's getting on then. So what would everybody like on another live stream? I've got people asking for mod 1 and 2 again, but I mean nothing too stress. This one, just some good info for any new riders coming in. And the good thing about the live streams is that they get sort of played back and questions come out of them. But you know, it is a weekly. I might even do one on Tuesday because I missed one last week. I might do one on Tuesday. I might do another live stream for mod 1 and 2 because mod 1 tests and mod 2 tests up and down the country are absolutely battered. We did a security maintenance checks. Yeah, we could do some best cops. Best cops is brakes, electrics, gears, brakes, electrics, gears. No, she's not playing. Brakes, electrics, steering, tires, chain, oil, petrol, and steering. So you're not playing, are you? No, you don't want any of that now. So we could do some best cops maintenance. Could do that next one. Should we do that on the next one? Should we do that on Tuesday night or Friday night next week? We can do that. Security. We did one about security a few weeks ago, didn't we? So we could get that. So talk about security bike on the bikes again, maintenance and security. Yeah, it's a good idea. I shall put that out. So any of you new new rider dangers? That's a good thought. Yes. See, let's see. I mean, if I'm honest with you, Carmel, it's all new. The live streams are all new, and it's, you know, it's all new for all of us. And sitting in front of a camera and talking about it, it's not the easiest of things to do. So finding a subject to talk about is important, but You went out and filtered low, say hate it, but that'll change. You'll love it. When you get more comfortable and when you get more confident, you will love it, because one of the benefits of getting on that bike, I mean, you know, where we are in Eccles, coming at me, oh, if I don't filter, it'll take me another 15 minutes. It's crazy. Is a motorcycle license harder to get than a car? Yes and no. Depends on you, your ability, your background. Are you a car driver? There's many reasons, but any of them you will find are going to be not easy, because you've got to put the time in, but all motorbike license, car license, you'll find that whole process smoother and less stressful if you commit and put the time in. Listen to your instructors. If your instructors tell you that you need another lesson, invest in that other lesson. You know, you can't blag your way through. You need to be comfortable. So don't try and do it on a shoestring. Yeah, no, it was, yeah. Can't believe they don't teach you this in training. Yeah, new riders' dangers. I think, you know, new rider dangers. I mean, you go through that whole process with them, and you go, oh, yeah, and you talk to these people that came off and well, I was going around the corner, or it was raining, well, they go for the front brake and things like that. But yeah, I mean, I think any new rider, the attitude with a new rider is that they've learnt what they need to learn, and they're where they need to be. And that's not the case. As I say, next year, I was first introduced to motorbikes 50 years ago, 1972. And when I'm out on my bike, when I go out in the morning to work, when I'm on my bike in the day with my pupils, and when I'm riding home at night, you know, I'm always open and learning from that journey. And I'm learning. I'm always learning. So you never stop learning. Fallback bike test has taken me forever. Yeah, I mean, we have people on the books that do it in 2 weeks. We have people on the books that have taken 6 months. Everybody is different, and you cannot compare yourself to others. You just need to put as much time as you need to put in at a convenient time to you, and you know, you will get there. Yeah, it's good. Once the mod 1's out of the way, then you move on to your mod 2. So, I think we're nearly wrapping up. I think we got through most of everything that I wanted to get through. As I say, it wasn't anything other than some top tips. I'm just picking the brains of all you lovely ladies and gents that have got experience under your belt you could pass on. Adam J, I've never been on a motorcycle before, just passed my CVT2 as well. Have 4 training days in August before my Mod 1 2. Fantastic, Adam. That is good to hear. So you can watch all of our videos that help you, put you in good stead. Join into our live streams. If you've not subscribed, all of you new people tonight watching, if you've not subscribed, please do so. It really does make a difference. Yeah, Mod 1 is a bit of a headache, but let me assure you, having taught people being a bike instructor, teaching people before Module 1 came in 2009, I'm comfortable in saying that a new rider now that goes through the Module 1 process, and that is a better rider than what was before. because the skills that you need to develop to pass the module 1, whilst can be seen as it is a ball ache, here's a ball ache, but it is to improve the standard of riders on the road. And in my opinion, it has done that. You are a much better rider today than what you were prior to 2009. So it's good to know. Do it for the enjoyment. It's always good. It's always good to learn new skills and new, but you know, it is addictive. Riding a motorbike is addictive. It's addictive when you go and buy the gear. It's addictive. And you know, if you're only using it for so-and-so thing, it doesn't take long. I'll use it for that as well. I'll use that. And it starts becoming a more frequent form of transport. And at the moment, who doesn't want a form of transport that de-stresses you, makes you feel good? And you're not stuck in the traffic, you're not stuck in that car, you're not stuck in, you know, you'll be able to you can smell your senses, you can smell the environment, you can see a lot more. Riding a bike is the future, ladies and gents. That, in my opinion, it is the future. Right, so let's think about a live stream for next Friday, where we'll have a look at bike maintenance discussion, a bike maintenance discussion, and a security discussion. So we can bring that into, I'll set up a playlist, a live stream for that next Friday. So set your reminders on. And what I think I'm going to do for Tuesday night, I think I'll do a live stream for module 1. And I know on Wednesday night, I'm going to have a look at another potential RJH site. That is on Wednesday night. So yeah, also some exciting things happening behind the scenes. And there could be a couple more RJH schools opening over the next few months. So exciting times. We've got a few more instructor training workshops, got some new instructors coming through the ranks. We need a few more schools to be able to supply them with some work. So it is looking very good. So I think we've been out, 1 hour 50. That's good. I think I'm going to go and have a cup of tea before wrapping up for the night. I'm going to watch a movie. I'm not up first thing in the morning, but I'm off for a couple of days. Don't know where I'm going, but I'm going to have a stopover. Yeah, from me anyway. And yeah, you want to come and say goodbye? Come here then. No, she don't even want me to pick her up, so she's got a pulled a muscle or something. She's a little bit delicate. She doesn't like being picked up at the moment. So anyway, but goodbye from Millie. Hey, Millie. And yeah, so Tuesday night module 1, Friday night maintenance and security. Once again, thanks very much for joining, and please do join me in wishing Gareth, Southgate and the England team every success on Sunday. It could be something very special for us all to celebrate. And, you know, so I will speak to you on Tuesday. Hopefully we will all have some congratulations for that side of things. But yeah, if you're out on the bikes over the weekend, have some fun, enjoy it, enjoy the journey. And yeah, I'll see you all soon. So thanks very much for watching, and you all take care now. Bye.